So dispensing with them altogether was smart in Texas. But when we got to Minneapolis, it was snowing. And so consequently, I got a bit of a chill and my voice just cracked. And that night at the sound check, when I tried to sing, I'd lost kind of like the top and the middle of my range. I just had this low, growly kind of accent, Cockney accent kind of thing. And it was real. I really didn't know what to say, because all these people were going to come out in the snow, and I wasn't going to be able to sing. And I said as much to my manager, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. And by way of comforting me, he put his arm around me and said, "Don't worry, Bill. No one comes to hear you sing." And to some extent that night he was correct, because I just played the songs and the audience kind of sang them. It was great. You'd have loved it, son. It was really like campfire night with Bill. And so I got through that, and as we moved across eastwards, I kind of got used to it and kind of sort of just hung in there and kind of sang in a low, with like judicious use of the capo and a bit of secret detuning. I just went into this kind of persona, this new persona that we refer to as singing low in a Cockney accent. We just called it Johnny Clash. The kind of thing to... Speaking of the great man, I would always wanted to be in Johnny Cash's band. Wouldn't it be great? Yeah. All we have to do all night is... Nothing wrong with it, son, but... Oh, and this and this. Since I was a young boy, I played a silver ball. From Soho down to Brighton, well, I must have played them all. And I ain't seen anything like it in any amusement hall. That's why St. Quentin here all of a sudden. That left on the block in short prison weekend. We had a right laugh. We did a lot of that. We kind of went with it. It was one of those charming things I do, which is the way the audience refers to those gigs where I really... Yeah, I mean, because we were just back in Minneapolis and everyone was saying to me, that was such a great night when you just, like, it was a crisis evening of my career. Like, oh, we loved it. Can't you do that again? But it was going all well. And then when we got to... Boston, Massachusetts. We always have two amplifiers, and we use the other one to brew tea. The one on the right is actually the noise that's coming out. The one on the left, your left, is just there because in the finale it's very difficult to balance on top of one amp. It's better that I do the two, so that when the thunder flashes on the front of the stage go off. Some nights the audience is so close I just get covered in eyebrows. It's really embarrassing. It's really not nice. But this night, I tested the second amp just before I went out to do the gig, and it really was a bad amplifier. I only had one sound, and that sound was first Clash album. So it was like a sort of like a 5-bar fire for my soul. I just stood there in front of it, just cranking out this noise. It was just brilliant, and. Everyone wanted to go back to the hotel, and you know, I'm sort of like using this noise, the clay of this noise to create a verse and a chorus and another short bit that kind of sometimes goes in the middle or goes in the end and you repeat it, whatever that's called. And eventually they prize the guitar off me, bundle me in the van, take me back to the hotel and lock me in my room while I go to get me a pad thai. And when they come back, I've ripped the door open and I'm down in the car park of the hotel, stomping around, in my hand, the sheaves on which I've written 3 verses in the chorus of this damn tune that's been going around my head, because I didn't have a guitar in my hotel room. I'm not that much of an obsessive. And so, the first time I ever married the lyrics to the music was live on stage in the Somerville Theatre in Boston. For the very first time, the audience had ever heard it, the very first time I had ever heard it. It was there and then. The very first time I ever played it, and the second time I ever played it was there as well, and the third time I ever played it. And if they hadn't brought the fire curtain down, I would have played it for a fourth time and got it right. It was that little quiggly bit that I'm not sure what it's called. I couldn't remember where it went. Thank you, sir. And I want to play it for you now. It doesn't have a title. It doesn't have a title. It was too immediate like that. It just came out. There it was, lying on the mat there, and I just read what it said on the outside of the tin. And what it said was, "Old Clash fan fights." Yeah. I got a mate who lives in Vermont. He couldn't find the music he wants. Sick and tired of the corporation, started his own little radio station. Now he's on the air each day, telling what's about a different way. He plays Billy Bragg and a bit of Green Day, and I'm so bored in the USA. Buddy delivers the post. I'm burned down on the East Coast. When the Clash came to town, he never missed them. He still wants to bust the system, but he has to go to work. That doesn't mean he's some kind of a jerk. Put food on the table, you know how that feels. Doesn't mean he's lost his ideals. People are moving on. Will soon be gone. I believe it. Countdown is still coming down hard. Police stampedes all over my yard. These heavy matters don't worry me, but I'm a heavier dude than I used to be. Competition, go on, operation.